Hey Dave, first just how was the team photo today?
It was uneventful. It's one of those things that guys don't really look forward to doing because it gets them out of the routine. But John Su, who our team photographer, handled it great as he always does. So it was efficient, it was quick, and painless.
And what do you like about tonight's matchup with Walker Bueller and Charlie Morton?
Well, Morton is a guy we've seen for many times over. Veteran pitcher, pitched in big games, has success in big games. Guy they count on, so we know what he has. His pitch mix. He's going to bring energy and compete tonight. Walker, we know we have in Walker, so it's a game that we need to win, and so we're going to do everything we can to do that. It's a game that they want to win as well, so it's going to be a fun matchup.
And I caught up with Max Muncy a little bit ago, and he just talked about how a swing like the home run he had last night, or even the offensive performance the team put together yesterday, how that can really have impact on a player as well as on a team. What can you say about just kind of the shift in the offense last night and how that can carry over?
Yeah, it's interesting. Is I don't think you can really quantify it, and I don't think you can. But that notion of hitting is contagious, sort of mindset. But it's real. It's you see it with players and clubs all throughout baseball every year, and so it's just one of those things where you start guys get a hit, take a good at bat, then the guy behind them, and it just keeps happening. So I think that yesterday, for Max in particular, to hit a ball over the fence, I think that was a really good feeling. Mookie in that same boat. And so I do think that there'll be some carryover going forward. As far as collectively, I think that just there's something to that as far as taking good at bats and getting hits collectively.
Thank you, Dave.
Yep.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Dave, how did Clayton rebound from yesterday?
He felt good. He felt good. So I think that we've got one scheduled for Saturday, another sim game. So it's going to be 2 innings. So I'm pretty certain it's Saturday. So that's a good thing. So yesterday, obviously, I was glowing at how optimistic and excited we were. Clayton was, and today feeling no residual effect from the sim game kind of graduated him to that 2 inning situation.
And then will there be a bullpen session between now and
Yeah,
then?
I'm not sure. It'll probably be tomorrow or the next day.
And how about Tony Gonsolin? You mentioned possibly a 3-inning rehab assignment.
Yeah, he's gonna do another 3-inning situation. I'm not sure where. We haven't decided on that yet, but I know he'll throw a bullpen tomorrow, and we'll kind of figure out where he's slated to go.
Just with Will Smith, I think he has a home run in 4 of his last 5 games. This is his first time playing a full 162-game season at the major league level, and on top of that, being a catcher. Just what do you attribute his ability not to fade down the stretch like other guys maybe with the experience level have done in the past?
I think a lot of it is his mindset, his work ethic. He does a lot of good work in the weight room with our guys. I think we've done a good job of managing him and his workload as far as getting Austin in there. Austin will be in there tomorrow, and managing that. The fact is that it's a full season. He has never played a full season. It's going to be longer. So how you manage it is really important, but he's got to take ownership of preparing his mind and body. And Will has done that with flying colors. So I think that as we look out to September, there's going to be an adrenaline push. We're going to get some off days in September. So I'm not worried about his kind of workload or something he hasn't done before.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next question is from Eric Steven. Go ahead.
Dave, I guess rosters expand tomorrow, but it's not like the old days where you expand up to 40. You got 2 extra guys. Any plans on that decided yet?
No. I think early on, Eric, I think it's going to be 2 pitchers, but don't hold me to that. I know we're looking forward to adding a couple players, and that's always a good thing. I am supportive of that as opposed to the 40 expanded to 40. So I don't know yet, Eric.
Is a situation with some of the guys you've optioned, like you still have to sort of wait on those guys, right? Like there's no like special dispensation this year because of COVID or anything.
No, there isn't. Guys like Matt Beatty and Gavin Lux, they've got to still get to a certain threshold as far as when you're optioned to be able to come back outside of injury.
And I'm sorry if I missed this earlier, but when are the two pitchers you guys claim from the Cubs? Any plans on like meeting them, or what's the sort of plan for them?
I don't know. I'm not sure where they're slated to go. I really don't. I just learned about this morning. So I'm sure our guys will get to me and figure out the plan. I know that nothing changes as far as the Major League roster tonight. That could be different looking out to tomorrow, though.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah.
Next question's from JB Hornstra. Go ahead.
Dave, win or lose today, you guys are going to finish the month of August with a really strong record, probably looking a little bit more like you envisioned this team looking at the beginning of the season, even if some of the personnel changed. And I'm wondering if there was a moment or two this month where you really kind of started to see things coming together in a way that was close to you and the way you envisioned, whether it was getting Mookie back from a turning point or two.
JP, you cut out a lot, but I think I got the grasp of the question. I think New York, I think that winning those one-run games, winning an extra inning game, I think that was kind of got us propelled a little bit. I'm not surprised at how we've played and expect to play the same brand of baseball to finish out the season. There's always ebbs and flows with the season for many reasons. Proud of the way that we continue to stay the course as far as, the noise and things that are out of our control as a ball club. So I really like where we're at and expect us to kind of continue to ascend.
Thank you.
Yep.
Next question's from Fabiana Ardaya. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, just to follow up on another pitcher that you guys are having come back. What is Danny Duffy's status and how close is he to throwing off a mound?
He is, I think he's a ways away. And I say ways, and I say that it's a couple weeks. So he's been playing catch out to, I think he's out to 90 feet, maybe 120. But he's letting it go, keeping it at that low trajectory, playing catch. So it's a good effort throw. I don't know the timing of when he's going to get on the mound. And so once that does happen, I think we'll know more, but I just don't know right now.
What do you really need to see from him over the next month just to even consider him a bullpen option the rest of the year?
Obviously, it's solely a bullpen option right now. I know that me personally, I think everyone's loved having him around, and he's going to do everything he can to pitch for us this year. So that's something that I'm hopeful for still. But again, we need the cooperation from the arm.
Thanks, Dave.
Next question's from Kelly Kroll. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave, if you don't mind humoring me just a bit more and expanding on Charlie Morton. I know you've seen him pitch in some of the biggest moments of his career, including his last time out there in LA. What just sticks out to you when you've watched him pitch in the postseason and gives him the ability to be that big game pitcher?
I think the thing that initially stands out is I remember him in Pittsburgh, and he was a sinker slider guy. So I think the evolution and the adaptation of his pitch mix is something that for me, I admire as a veteran pitcher, and you continue to kind of learn the league. So he's got that. He's got a change. He's got he throws the cutter. He's got a four-seamer that he goes to a lot more in the last couple of years than he ever has. but I think for him, you just see the compete. You see the makes pitches when he needs to make pitches. He's a ball player. I haven't ever spoke to him, but I love the way he competes, and he's just got a good pulse. And you can tell guys that embrace big games and tough lineups, and guys that run from it. So always had a kind of a respect from afar.
Thanks, Dave.
Next question's from Megan Garcia. Go ahead.
Hey, Dave. Going back to Julio's start yesterday, what have you seen out of him this season that he's been so effective while logging over 150 innings for the first time in his career?
I think he's found a way and learned to navigate to limit damage. Any pitcher that takes them out on a given night, starting pitcher, there's going to be stressful situations, innings, and to kind of limit it, get you through, allows for quality starts and give your team a chance to win. And obviously his win-loss speaks to that. And so even last night, he gives up a couple solo homers, but that still doesn't affect the outcome. Whereas I think in years past, the traffic that was there and not being able to put the fire out has shown his growth for me.
Thank you, Dave.
Last one's from Jim Alexander. Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave, just curious, with a 28-man roster in September, if you have to option guys once the minor league seasons are over, where do you send them? I mean, are they going to set up an alternate site? I mean, what happens? Or do you just tell a guy, go down and throw and stay in shape because we may need you in a few days?
You know what? I think this year, and I'm not 100% sure, but I think that the minor league season is extended because they had a late start. So I think that in years past, they were done at that point in time. But this year, because of the late start, we've staggered it, which baseball got it right. So I think they finish up October 3rd. So that kind of that makes that your question, it makes it a lot more feasible for us this year.
Makes more sense. Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
You got it.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks.